What's up, everyone? This is TechMan5150 here. And over the past couple of years, I have made a bunch of videos of these 4 vacuum cleaners. I've done Bissell versus Dyson in the battle of the vacuum cleaners. I've done Electrolux versus Dyson. And vacuum trolling, and also my most latest one, which was, can't remember the order, Bissell versus Dyson versus Electrolux shredded paper test, and that was my multi-view vacuum video, which had 2 different camera angles. In the upper left portion of the screen, you saw a first-person view, which was recorded with my GoPro Hero 3 Wide Edition. But I haven't really had any new vacuums to really make videos of, and making videos of the same vacuums is honestly getting kind of boring to me, because I know how good all these vacuums perform, I know what they're capable of, and that's another reason why I haven't been posting all that many vacuum videos, is because I'm getting bored making vacuum videos. Like I think I might have stated in the description of some of my videos, my channel is not really a vacuum cleaner channel. It's supposed to be a variety channel where I upload a bunch of random videos that people will enjoy. But what do we have here? We have a Shark Navigator lift-away, bought by my brother's girlfriend. My brother's girlfriend bought this vacuum because she's been living with us for the past several months. She has a YouTube channel herself, and she also makes videos. And she recently bought this vacuum because after seeing how old our Eectrolux was, she thought it was time to get a vacuum for the house. Now, this isn't mine. It's my brother's girlfriend's vacuum. So this Eectrolux is old. Yes, it is an old vacuum. It was bought used back in 2007. I mean, yes, there's tape on the hose. Well, someone actually recommended on one of my videos to tape that hose. And also the wand has duct tape on it, as well as the wheels on the power nozzle. Oh, the vacuum just fell over. The wheels on the power nozzle are held in by duct tape too. So this vacuum is pretty well worn out. But it works like a champ though. The suction on this thing is incredible. Even though this vacuum is really beat up, power nozzle worn out and everything, it works like a charm. This thing is a tank. You could probably drop this thing down the stairs and it'll probably still run and work as if it were brand new. I just love the Electrolux vacuum. But let's talk about the Shark over here. It's a lift-away model, and let's just talk about it. You have a brush tool, you have a crevice tool, and you also have a turbo brush over here. The turbo brush is really good for getting pet hair off the couches, you know, like dog hair, cat hair. Really good in getting hair off couches and fabrics and stuff. It also has a nice little window over the brush roll, so you can see if there's anything clogged in the brush roll without actually having to flip the vacuum over. Now, I was taking a look at a couple of my brother's girlfriend's video, and someone recommended that you have to make sure that you keep the brush roll clean, otherwise the vacuum will stop working. That is true. If you don't clean out your brush roll often and make sure there's no hair or carpet strings or anything, if the brush roll starts getting like clogged with strings and hair, then yes, your vacuum will not work efficiently. This is a little green light that goes on whenever the brush roll is on. This vacuum does not have any headlights, unlike the Bissells over there in the Electrolux. Now, since this is a lift-away model, all you have to do, what happens is you press this button, and then the whole vacuum lifts off, and you can carry it around your house, and you can take the wand piece and attach one of these 2 pieces to it, and you can use the hose to get up into the corners of your ceiling and get into those areas that you wouldn't normally be able to reach. You can carry it up and down the stairs very easily. This is a very light vacuum, and being able to take it off the base just gives you more cleaning ability. This also releases suction. If something gets caught in your hose, you just turn this, I think, and then suction will flow through there so that your vacuum doesn't get hot and overheat or anything from there being something clogged in there. You can remove the hose here and attach any attachment of your choice, like that. You can also remove the excuse me. You can also remove the extension one down here and pull it out and get into those hard to reach areas. And this is a great vacuum. I love this thing. But now we have to compare this against one of these vacuums. I don't have enough materials at the minute to do a 5 vacuum comparison video with all of the vacuums. So what I'm going to do is put all these vacuums into a square. And here's the spinner from my twister game. And then I'm going to spin the spinner. And that's going to choose what vacuum I'm going to compare it against. So we're going to get the vacuums assorted and arranged. Make sure, hang on. Give me just a second. I'm going to arrange these vacuums in some sort of a square pattern. Then I'll put down the spinner and see what vacuum I'm going to have to perform against. I hope it's the Eectrolux vacuum because I love the Eectrolux a lot, but I really want to see if the Shark can beat the Eectrolux. So it's all luck on the spinner, and well, let's get this down here. Alright, whatever vacuum the spinner points at is the vacuum I'm going to compare today in this video. So let's give it a spin. And yes, it's going to be Shark versus Eectrolux. Alright, let's get the area prepped for a vacuum comparison, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so here we have the Eectrolux Epic Series 6500 SR, and over there we have the Shark Rotator Liftaway. Now, I'm going to use shredded paper for this video. Got to try to leave some room for the, I also have the GoPro on my head recording too. Got to leave some room for that view if I choose to put it in the video. So basically what I'm going to do is do a pass at a time. I'll start off with one pass on each vacuum, see which one leaves more behind, and we'll go on from there. I did the best I could to get equal amounts of shredded paper. So, I mean, well, let's see which vacuum can pick up more of the shredded paper. I have a little barrier over here, just so if the vacuum launches paper over it, you'll be able to see it. Alright, so let's start off with the Shark. It picked it all up in one clean pass. Cool. Let's try the Eectrolux. Now let's pick it up and hope there's nothing underneath. It's a tie! Both vacuums won. They both picked all the paper up, which is nice. Now, there is one flaw that I'm noticing here with the Shark. First off, the vacuum falls over very, very easily. And over time, and dirt tends to get stuck here when you're vacuuming. Like, it'll get stuck right here, and sometimes it won't go all the way down to the bottom. So occasionally you might have to, let's see if I can get it on here on GoPro view. You have to tap the canister to get the stuff, or even shake it a bit to get your stuff to actually fall to the bottom of the vacuum like it normally would. So that's kind of a downside, but it's not terrible. I mean, like you saw before, both these vacuums got everything up in one clean pass, which is a good thing, but I got to pick up the vacuums and make sure that I don't get my face in the overhead view. Okay. But overall, both vacuums did a good job. Now on to the next part of this video, which is going to be the suction test. And I'm going to shut off the GoPro and move down this camera and let's do the suction test. I'll explain it later when I actually get to recording it. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Alright, so now we're on to the suction test. Now how the suction test is going to go is, I'm going to first place shredded paper here. And then there's a little bit of a gap here, and then I'm going to place the vacuum hose here, and turn on the vacuum, and whichever one can suck up the most shredded paper the fastest wins. So let's put down some shredded paper. Obviously I don't want to put down too much, because if I put down too much, the vacuum will not be able to suck it up fast. I've had issues where either it takes a long time to suck up, or it just doesn't suck it up, but I'm going to try to go minimal here. Okay, so this will be for the, okay, and now I'm going to try to even this out a bit, make sure that they each get the same amount, and then I'm going to slide it off I'm basically trying to make sure that each vacuum is going to get an even amount of paper, because there really is no way to get the same exact amount of shredded paper. I'll add a little bit more here for that second test with the other vacuum. I'll remove a couple pieces. This is a long video, but you know what? You're getting to see two different types of tests in one, so take that into consideration. Okay, that looks about, let me see. That looks pretty even. So I'll slide this off we'll take out the remaining pieces over here. Alright, so let's slide this into the little box here. Make sure it's flat. And we'll start off with the Shark Navigator first. So let's get the hose and place it down. Also, you also need to take into length hose. Also, things you need to think about are hose length and where exactly it's getting sucked up into. Having a longer hose means that there might be slightly less suction because it has to travel through a long hose. The Shark has a shorter hose, I think, than the Eectrolux does. And the wand, I think, is a little bit shorter. So let's see how fast it can suck all this up. Okay, it left a couple pieces behind. I will set them aside right there so you can see it. Now we're going to get out the Eectrolux hose. Put our paper here. And let's see what Eectrolux does. That took a few seconds to suck up the paper. Let's try the Eectrolux now. Come on, suck it up. Suck it up. Whoop. Well, Eectrolux lost the suction test. It took a lot longer to suck up the paper than the Shark did. But the Shark also left 2 pieces behind. And, well, actually, I accidentally bumped the table a bit, so the Eectrolux obviously wasn't going to be able to suck up all that paper. So I think you can leave your opinion, but I think that the Shark won the suction test. But now, one more final step. I'm going to use the turbo brush here. Now, whatever vacuum has more suction, the turbo brush is going to have a higher pitched sound because more air is going to be sucking this little turbine here, making it spin faster. So the higher pitched this turbo brush is, the more suction the vacuum has. So just as an additional bonus to the suction portion of this test, first start off with the Shark itself and see how high it runs. Okay, that's the Shark. Now let's try the Eectrolux. Now this actually fits in there pretty snugly on the Eectrolux, so Now again, Eectrolux. Let's listen to how high pitched it is. I think that was slightly higher pitched. Go back to the Shark just for a comparison. Eectrolux again. It's actually really hard to tell. So, I'll let you guys decide which vacuum you think has more suction as far as when it comes to making the turbo brush spin. But overall, the vacuum's tied for the floor test, and I think Shark won the suction test with the shredded paper. And as far as the turbo brush test, you can leave your opinions in the comments. I think Eectrolux won that, but that'll be up to you to decide. Overall, these are both very good vacuums. I would highly recommend buying either one of them. Personally, the Eectrolux, because this Eectrolux has been running like a tank for over 10 years now. And who knows if this Shark here is going to last 10 years. But either way, I hope you enjoyed watching this really long video. If you've skipped through the video, well, I prefer no skipping throughout the whole video. But with the video being this long, you're probably getting your 20 minutes. What can I expect? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed Shark versus Eectrolux, and I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe too. That's much appreciated.